Hello everyone, you are on the channel Ukraine Will Win. Today, we're diving deep into the latest developments from the front lines and beyond. And what we're seeing is a clear pattern. The enemy is showing signs of losing control. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the situation on the battlefield. Ukrainian forces continue to make strategic advances, putting immense pressure on enemy positions. Reports from various sectors indicate that the invaders' logistics are in a state of chaos. Their supply lines are overstretched and constantly targeted by precise Ukrainian strikes. This disruption is causing severe shortages of ammunition, fuel, and even basic necessities like food and medical supplies for the troops. We're hearing more and more accounts of low morale among enemy soldiers who feel abandoned and ill-equipped. This isn't just a setback, it's a systemic failure that points to a breakdown in the command structure. A well-organized military doesn't let its front line starve. This is a classic sign of an army that is losing its grip. The tactical blunders are also piling up. The enemy's attempts to launch counteroffensives have been consistently repelled, often with heavy losses on their side. Their assaults are becoming more desperate and less coordinated. Instead of strategic maneuvers, we're seeing frontal attacks on heavily fortified Ukrainian positions. These actions scream of desperation, not strategy. Military analysts suggest that these costly, high-casualty assaults are a sign that high-level commanders are demanding results at any cost, ignoring the realities on the ground. This disconnect between command and the front line is a recipe for disaster and another clear indicator that they are losing control of the military situation. Now let's shift our focus to the international stage, because the cracks are showing there as well. The enemy's diplomatic efforts are failing spectacularly, their narratives and propaganda are being debunked daily, and the international community is more united than ever in its support for Ukraine. The recent wave of sanctions is hitting their economy harder than ever before. We're talking about key sectors like energy and finance being crippled. This economic pressure is not just an inconvenience. It's strangling their ability to fund their war machine. Their attempts to find new allies or bypass sanctions are proving largely unsuccessful, leaving them increasingly isolated. This diplomatic and economic isolation is a direct consequence of their own aggressive actions and a sign that they've lost control of the international narrative. Internally, the situation is just as precarious. The information blockade they've tried to impose on their own population is starting to crumble. Despite severe censorship, the truth about the war, the staggering losses, and the pointless aggression is seeping through. We're seeing more signs of internal dissent. Even if it's subtle, people are growing weary of the economic hardship and the constant stream of casualties. The promises of a quick, victorious operation have turned into a protracted and costly conflict, and the public is starting to question the official narrative. The leadership's increasingly harsh crackdowns on any form of opposition are not a sign of strength, but of fear. They fear their own people, and that's the ultimate sign of losing control. Furthermore, the technological gap is becoming more apparent. Ukraine, with the support of its partners, is leveraging advanced technology for reconnaissance, communication, and precision strikes. Drones, satellite imagery, and sophisticated weapon systems are giving Ukrainian defenders a significant edge. The enemy, on the other hand, is often relying on outdated equipment and tactics. We've all seen the images of their vintage tanks and poorly maintained gear. Their inability to adapt to the modern battlefield is costing them dearly and demonstrates a failure to innovate and a loss of technological superiority. This isn't just about having better toys, it's about having a smarter, more adaptable military doctrine, and in that regard, they are clearly falling behind. Let's also consider the psychological aspect. The morale of the Ukrainian people and its armed forces remains incredibly high. The determination to defend their land, their freedom, and their future is an unbreakable force. Every soldier, every volunteer, every citizen contributing to the war effort is a testament to this national unity. On the other side, we see an invading force with unclear objectives and wavering motivation. They are fighting on foreign soil for reasons that are becoming increasingly obscure even to themselves. This stark contrast in morale is a powerful, intangible factor that is turning the tide of this war. An army without a just cause and strong morale cannot sustain a long-term conflict. So when we put all these pieces together, the logistical chaos, the tactical blunders, the international isolation, the internal dissent, the technological gap, and the crumbling morale, a clear picture emerges. The enemy is not just facing challenges, they are experiencing a systemic breakdown. They are losing control over the military, the economy, the information space, and their own people. This isn't wishful thinking. It's an analysis based on observable facts and trends. The path ahead for Ukraine is still difficult, and we must not become complacent. The fight is far from over, but the signs are undeniable. The aggressors' power is waning and their grip is slipping. The resilience and bravery of the Ukrainian people, combined with strong international support, are proving to be a winning combination. The enemy underestimated the will of a free nation, and now they are paying the price for their hubris. The momentum is shifting, and every day brings new evidence that their entire operation is unraveling. The world is witnessing the slow but steady collapse of an aggressive regime that has overplayed its hand. Ukraine is not just defending itself, it is proving that tyranny and brute force cannot triumph over freedom and unity. Thank you for watching. The struggle continues, but with each passing day, the signs of the enemy losing control become clearer. Ukraine is holding strong, and with continued support, victory is not just possible, it is inevitable. Please subscribe to our channel for more updates and analysis. Stay strong and glory to Ukraine.